So it's combination of video games and decentralized finance. In traditional video games, users pay to play an online game in order to earn rewards. But on the other hand, on blockchain video games, they are rewarded for their time and effort. But how do GameFi games work? Well, it's a diverse field. Many of the most popular blockchain games today use a combination of the few features to monetize the action. One, play to earn. In some blockchain games, players receive financial rewards for completing gameplay objectives. The funds awarded in these play-to-earn titles typically originate from a reserve of native tokens held within a smart contract. Second, asset ownership. Digital ownership of unique assets creates economic opportunities that were not possible before. For example, Axie Infinity. This is a GameFi platform. Players can breed two creatures represented by NFTs to create a third creature. So, that's how you can multiply your assets as well. Then, of course, in the end, we have DeFi features. Some GameFi projects introduce concepts from the DeFi sector to reward gamers. So we had Rhythm in our previous conversation. I would request him to come back for this conversation as well, where now I want to understand, if someone is a regular gamer, how can they get started in blockchain gaming?
Yeah, I guess the explainer that you just shared, so it basically covers everything about GameFi. That gaming is such a huge market, and even if I say a couple of years back, no one realized that the use of blockchain can be introduced in gaming and will come out with GameFi. So the entire dynamics or the economics of gaming is entirely in its whole known as GameFi. And how the users are rewarded, or how users can start with GameFi, is basically just to make sure, first of all, I'll say the same thing, that first of all, do your own research, do a good, be aware of what you are doing, sure. And then start to, any of the games. There are like hundreds of projects coming in that are bringing play to earn models to the existing games that we had. Let's say CSGO, or let's say GTA Vice City, and all the other games that we used to play in our childhood.
Sure.
All of these new projects are taking in these games, binding them with blockchain concepts and having a play to earn concept over there. So the more you play, the more you are rewarded for your skills.
Right, Rhythm, what I wanted to understand from you is, let's say I am a regular gamer, I do, I go for tournaments as well. What do I do? What steps do I really need to take to access the world of GameFi? Let's begin with, having a wallet, something as basic as that. So if you can just point out a few things for those who are into gaming to enter into the world of GameFi.
Okay, yeah. So the most basic one would be to have a wallet, but then that totally depends upon what platform are you going on. If you are going on with Axie Infinity, let's say that's one of the GameFi platform, you have to make sure that you have a wallet, you have private key to that and access to that wallet, and you land on that platform and start to play. That's it. All you need to worry about is your game, rather than what concepts are coming in, what a transaction is, so on and so forth. That are like minor details, but then you just need to have the wallet in place and obviously the gaming skills. Apart from that, there can be multiple more platforms that are kind of simplifying this structure for you. Okay. Wherein you on the front end, or you as a gamer on your mobile, you won't realize that there's a blockchain running at the back end. You'll just play the game as it is, and just as the in-game credits that we used to have in like various different games earlier, you get to have all these credits that can be encashed later. So depends upon which platform you are going, but then most of the platforms, I'll say, you have to have some basic knowledge of how the wallet is operated, so that you don't really end up losing the money that you have been earning. And secondly, basics of what blockchain is. Blockchain concept.
So I think, sure. So to sum it up, I think you have to marry your skills, which are gaming skills, and then your knowledge of crypto, and that's how you become a GameFi champion. Thank you so very much, Rhythm, for joining us for this conversation.